Rainy day in Manhattan. I've been watching this Manhattan live stream the past couple days. Actually, there's about 4 or 5 channels that do these New York City walkthroughs every day or every night or whatever. All live, HD. They walk around all over New York City. And there's people that just walk by, and there's all different things in the city. But then there's people that you can tell come out just to be in the video. It's been one of my recent favorites on YouTube, next to the relaxation music. You got the NYPD. I got to talk to them. I even called them. We just seen them on this live stream. But this is the first time I've seen much of the NYPD on the live stream. It's just being sort of normal activity, pedestrians, just tourists, people that live. And then the guys commuting. It's several different people, actually. One's even in Las Vegas. And there's all over the world, even Toronto and many other ones, Miami. And lots of cities in California and many others. But right now I'm watching the New York City. It looks like he's all the way in Times Square, something like that. He's at Skechers. There's lots of people. And some people are going into Skechers. There's a lineup coming out of Skechers. Like probably about 30 people lined up out of Skechers, and he's walking or whatever. But it's a pretty good one. It's on YouTube. They live stream. It's really popular right now in 2022. It hasn't snowed yet or whatever, so a lot of the streams are a really different sort of atmosphere. It's not got really cold yet, so a lot of people are still outside and all that, but people are wearing like jackets and all that now, but it hasn't gotten snow or anything. Oh, and I might mention there's a lot of hot dog carts. And look at this, there's even a Raising Cane's in New York City just passed. And then there was a New York City Police Department officer, just the officer. I wouldn't say department in front of it. There was an officer, a New York City police officer. A couple of them's just standing around the Raising Cane's. I've never seen it because I've never been to New York City. Toronto, we have some officers and all. Well, we have a lot, actually. If you get to know Toronto, there is a lot that go out. But New York City, they're out. And it's just part of the normality of the city. There's police that are just normally walking around, hanging out. They might be hanging out over at Raising Cane's. 3 or 4 of them were hanging out at Raising Cane's just now. And then there was a couple that passed by. But you don't usually see it unless you watch these live streams or if you are from New York City. So unless you've been to New York City, you won't be able to see it like this. This is like the ultimate way to see it. I've been to many cities, but I've never been to New York City and all that. And this is one of the best. This is even better sometimes than even going to New York City or other cities, is sitting there and watching it on the at your home or apartment or condominium or wherever you may live or stay or whatever, and watching these live streams on YouTube. So I thought that was cool. I'm watching that right now.
I love this vibe. Look at that.
He's over by the Paramount Pictures or whatever. And the they have Taco Bell Cantina in New York City, I might mention. I just seen it. I thought that was only in Arizona and whatnot, but it looks like even in the big city, the Big Apple, they have the Taco Bell Cantina. And look at this. They even have a Bubba Gump Shrimp Company next to the Taco Bell Cantina. They also have a Lids, like for your hats, and a Hard Rock Casino or whatever, Hard Rock Cafe. That corner, whatever corner he's on right now, is a really cool corner in New York City. because you always hear about people talk about Toronto. We have the Cineplex and all that. I never knew that they had this Paramount in New York City. It looks, and it has the Hard Rock, Paramount, Taco Bell Cantina, Raising Cane's, and it had some other one. And then there's the New York Police Department. And there's a little mini New York Police Department car. It's like a smart car. It says NYPD on it when he's walking by. I never seen that before. This is everything you haven't seen in New York City before on YouTube. New York City live rainy day Manhattan on Monday evening. Man, some of the footage was so good you could have took a second video of it. I might have to go over and do a second video of it when he was walking by this one main area. He's over by the Chase Bank. I noticed a lot of Chase banks, not just in NYC, but all across the United States. Oh, and I might mention, I seen the famous I Heart New York t-shirt company or whatever. He passed by one of those one day too, so I think we knocked out a lot of the most famous. Oh, and then there was the Empire State Building right in the middle of everything. It's like this big, grandiose building. It's all lit up gold. And it looks much like Trump sitting there. Even though Trump's down in Mar-a-Lago, it felt like the Empire State Building, it still stands or whatnot, right? But Subway, he's running up to one of the largest subways that I think I've ever seen is in New York City. I see right here he's walking up. I'm not sure what Madame something, and it's right there. It's on the corner. That's cool. Red Lobster. They even have that down there. And more hot dog shawarma thingies or whatever. Carts. The whole cart, you can get the food right on the side of the... I hear that is open open all night long. Like if you're hungry at any time of the night, if you're living in New York City and that's hard to find in some areas, to find something to eat at night, but not in New York City. They got so many different places and all that.